Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Now Allen. Out to the left, he's got his tight end Knox. And the Bills are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. Singletary is in. Touchdown, Bills. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you kept them out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
The Charles, they're trying to protect this lead late. Those are the types of mistakes they could afford to go without.
About the last thing you want to give them is help in completing a comeback, which is exactly what that penalty does.
And the Vikings able to recover. The hands team does its job. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
To throw on 2nd and 10, Cousins. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. It looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
Buying time to his left. Oh, a contested ball here, and it's going to be caught. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big one there on 3rd down. They hit for 30 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming 3rd down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of the momentum the other side is starting to gain.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Despite the lead here in the 4th, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th. And the Bills are going to get the football back. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Allen maybe with a free play. And this one drops incomplete, but I think the defense jumped. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
Here's Allen. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Howard. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. Allen. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Andrew Booth picks it off. And the Vikings are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. Minnesota's offense takes over possession. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. A little jet sweep to start the drive. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Now it looks like he'll throw here. And incomplete here, so a little razzle-dazzle on that one, but they couldn't hook up, and it's third down. He was trying to find Justin Jefferson there, but now it's third down. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play, and who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity.
And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. Jair Elam makes a pick, and he is going to score. It's a pick 6 and a Bills touchdown. Tyler Bass now for the point after. He's got it, and they're back within a touchdown at 28-21. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. And the Vikings able to recover. The hands team does its job. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Now Cousins. And this is incomplete.
No surprise there. He was looking for one of his favorite targets again as soon as he left the pocket. But the coverage was good downfield. They got right to the receiver and helped prevent that completion.
And not much running room. Down to the 32. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is third down. Cousins to throw. Complete. Jefferson the target. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 16. Now a timeout called for by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Throwing here, Cousins forced out to his left. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Finally a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
Here's Cousins. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Partner for once. My life, I'll be succinct. In a one-possession game, every single stop like that could be a difference maker.
Cousins. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's a pretty play there. Got in at the last second, helped force the ball free, and kept them out of the end zone. Cousins to throw for it on fourth.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Vikings unable to convert here on fourth. And the Bills are going to get the football back. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because his confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Throwing is Allen. That's taken in by Knox. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Allen. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now. That would have been a tough catch, but in this 2-minute drill, those are the ones you really hope your guys come up with.
Yeah, you don't want your guy to be able to take the out because it was a tough catch. You needed him to come up with that one, because if he does, And
this ball is caught. It's a touchdown. And now in the final seconds, they're a PAT away from likely getting this thing to overtime. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. A drive there of just 4 plays. So right back to square one. Tied at 28 as he kicks it away. Fields it right around the goal line. And we've got free football. 4 quarters done, and we're dead even. We'll have overtime after this timeout. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So the Bills going to be the first to get it as we are back underway here in overtime. This one taken just inside the 10. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. We think back to halftime, they were close to being written off. They faced the deficit, and now here's we begin overtime. They're one drive away from a comeback victory.
Think about where they started and how far they've come back from. And look, you and I both know that when we talk with coaches, most of the time they don't say that momentum is something that factors into how they coach a ball game, because they say each game is its own entity. But within a game,
Allen hit. He lost the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And a costly mistake. Coaches talk so much about ball security, and in overtime, so paramount.
Partner, do you ever wonder if maybe they talk about it too much?
Too much, yeah.
Doesn't seem like you can, but maybe by discussing it time and time again, and they overemphasized it here, it almost became self-fulfilling.
And any points beat them here. Field goal or a touchdown now. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. They run it again with Cook. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. What can Cousins do in the OT? To Jefferson on the slant. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. To throw is Cousins. And this one right back into the hands of Jefferson. And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT. A couple more minutes, and maybe the outcome of this one, Charles, would have been different, but ultimately time runs out on the comeback, so it falls short. And they hold on to